Hey all, welcome back to Mudstomp's Hardcore Let's Play Minecraft. I've done quite a bit since you last joined us. We're about on day 49 thereabouts, so I've jumped through about 20 or 30 days worth of play while in between episodes. I've done a lot, as you can probably see from down there already. I'm kind of trying not to run into it straight away, but I'm amped to show you so much, jumping up and down. Anyway, let's have a quick flick through, have a look around at a few things, and go from there. So the first thing that I really got started doing was I started placing dirt to transport grass down into here through a hole here. Okay, the grass is coming all the way down here because we're going to make pens in here for animals. So we're going to work on that in a bit. As you can see, it's almost ready to go into each pen. We've got to put the dirt in for the pens, and then the grass will spread. So we're going to get to that in a bit. But just before we do, I want to start with just having a quick peek outside. Also, I've done some testing for colour formats around the pens. I'm going to go with this one. I think I like this one the most. So I'm going to start with that and see how it goes. Feel free to put your vote in the comments or something. Give me a shout if you think I should switch it to that one. But I think I want to do this one. I don't like how bright it is on the floor there. So we're going to give that a go. I'm just having a quick look outside because part of my 30 odd day slump in there was to do a bunch of fishing here. I've been standing right there and fishing there. I had, I think, 3 fishing rods. I'll show you the loot that I got from the fishing, but as part of that I've been trying to hunt spiders as much as I can to get spider silk to be able to make fishing rods. I've made, I think it was three rods. I have fished up an unbreaking 3 rod, so that's good to get me started towards a better rod, but I still need a couple more base rods just to get me into that lure looting. What is it, lure luck of the sea, and mending obviously is the big one I'm looking for. Once I get the mending rod, that'll make everything a lot easier. Also, I didn't mention while I was over here, this probably looks a little bit clearer if you remember it all, but basically what I'm doing is I'm starting to clear out that 100 by 100 area that I spoke about previously that I want to dig out. So it's started over here, the corner is in this corner there, and from this corner here basically to 100 in that direction, 100 in that direction. I flattened this out. This is going to go down another 1 or 2 levels, I think it's 2. So there's a lot of digging with stone tools, unfortunately, but I'm hopefully going to get some diamond pickaxe, diamond shovel soon, and some beaconage. I've marked out the middle zone here, so just along here, 50 blocks in, I'm planning on doing a full tier beacon with 6 beacons eventually. The 6 is going to probably take me a while. I mean, as you can imagine, hunting with the skeletons is going to take a long time. Plus being in hardcore, I want to be extra careful. I also went over to the village at some point and cleared out some stuff there. I'm starting to make that look nicer. I want to eventually give them a wall as well. I figure if they're going to be in indentured servitude where I've got them buried in the hole, they might as well have a nice village while they're not maintaining it themselves. So yeah, that took a bit of time. That was another day or 2 worth of digging or so that I just basically dug up dirt and cut down some trees on the hills over there as well. So yeah, I haven't done much in this area except I put some torches up here because I was getting bothered by a few mobs when I was coming out at night. I've got to think of what I want to do up here. I don't want to get rid of the trees, but at the same time I need to light it up. I was thinking I might make metal lanterns and hang them off the trees all in there, and then put a fence around the back end so that I can basically wall that off and rely on it, and then do another fence up over here and around there or something, so it sort of just connects this whole area. I went off exploring over there. Got some sand and some other things from over there, so we'll check that out later. Unfortunately, the desert over there does not have a desert temple or anything like that, so that was really disappointing. But anyway, that was fun. I've got some mobs floating around still, chickens, sheep, cows. We're going to try and bring them inside soon enough. Some of them seem to be disappearing, but it's probably just that they're hiding for the moment, wandering about as they do. And yeah, we're gonna bring them in eventually, but that's what part of this is all about. So yeah, like I said, this has been here to spread the grass. I've got a few chests set up here for all the things I've been collecting now. I'm really trying to maintain this section here, this area of cave, because I want to turn this into a nice sort of entrance and so forth. I've got a cutting stone. I've started cooking some stone up, so I've got some smooth stone and stone to convert into things. I've got, these are all the things I've been collecting from just going out, digging up dirt, cutting down trees. I went and found, I grew some of my dark wood saplings and cut them down. I went off to the jungle again, collected more jungle saplings because the 2 that I planted didn't give me any saplings. this is what I've gotten from the fishing so far. So like I said, breaking 3, and day 1, this is incredible. Day 1, I got a Fortune 3 enchantment book, so that was awesome. It's been fairly disappointing other than that, but anyway, like, we'll work through it. But that is a great start there, so I can enchant. That's all the dirt I've been digging up. I'll put a bit more over there. So yeah, I'm looking at getting the cut stone and whatnot, and doing this up to have a nice sort of sloping entrance area, and then decorate all this and cover the dirt up and whatnot. I don't know what I'm going to do, but yeah, we'll get there with it eventually. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to use the other setup, not this one, for the surrounds of the pens. I want to have multiple pens, and I want to try and put it so that I've got different types of creatures in each pen, basically. No particular reason, just to keep them separated. They're not very big pens, so I'm not looking to have like humongous numbers in there. Maybe just a couple each or something. When I say a couple, I mean not like 3 or 4, but you know, like maybe anywhere up to 10, 15, 20, maybe cows and so forth. What happened there? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, again, decorating in here is sort of a high priority for me, but I'm still considering how I'm going to do it. What I've basically done at the moment is I've prepped my base for a whole lot of activities that I can film with. So the 30 days was basically about filling time and prepping the base as much as I could to get it in a way that I would want to use it, and for you guys to see all the interesting bits on camera, basically. So yeah, that's sort of been the big goal at the moment. Again, you can see that I'm spreading the grass all the way down here. This isn't intentional to get it off to the right here, but it was just going to happen, wasn't it? When you put dirt down, you're going to have that happen. So down here, you can see that I've dug out a whole heap more area. Basically, I set this up for a lot of different farming and so forth, bits and pieces. I'm looking at putting a whole bunch down here. So we're gonna do this now. Basically, we're gonna set this up now and have that going. So we've had seeds going here. I've grown a lot of wheat and seeds. This dirt in the air here was basically just so I could remember where I put my torch for when I put it back up again, basically, because I want to get the dirt through here without putting it on the crops and whatnot. But yeah, so we need a bit of dirt down here because we're going to be filling in a whole bunch of things to do there. And we've got a bunch of stuff here that we're going to plant. So sugarcane, potatoes, melons I want to turn into stuff. Actually, I only need 4 of those. Pumpkins I don't know how many I need of them actually. That's a good point. Let's check this out. Alright, 4 melon seeds and 4 pumpkin seeds. I only need 1 pumpkin. I always forget that. I end up with stacks of seeds sitting around for no reason whatsoever. I want to do cocoa beans, which means I need jungle wood. I want to put down the bamboo down there. I want to do carrots as well as the potatoes. And I think that's it for now. I'm going to put these over here because I've got this one. This is my sort of junk chest at the moment, so that just until I get it all sorted a bit more neatly. I want to put a chest down here somewhere. I've got to figure out where I'm going to put all my... Probably along here, actually. That would be sensible, wouldn't it? Yeah, all my stuff that I'm working on. Oh, I need my hoe. I'm going to get a diamond hoe eventually, but obviously I don't want to waste stuff now. I'm going to need more than one, I guarantee it. So let's just get this straight away, because otherwise we're going to be looking silly when we have to run back up again straight away to sort this out. Okay, so let's see how we go. So first things first, I want to put down the seeds for the pumpkins and the melons on this side. So we've got 4 pumpkin seeds going 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 4 melon seeds going 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I've planned this out really well, or at least I think it's done really well. You might disagree. We're going to put sugar cane next to here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. It's a shame you can't double them up. Anyway, I do want more sugarcane farming, but for the moment I'm just happy to have a little row. Now, on top of that, I want to do next to it, near it, I'm going to do the bamboo. So I want the bamboo growing here. Again, I want a bigger bamboo farm eventually, but for the moment I'm just trying to get it so that it's looking nice and neat and just starting me off, because it will take some time to get there. So, well, not much time, but the way I go with things. But I do want to just have some little farms inside going. I'm going to do some bigger ones outside when I can figure out where I'm going to put them all, but for the time being, this is just to basically get me started on general farming. Now, I think I've got this spaced right. I want one there, one there, one there, and one there. Is that right? That doesn't look right, does it? I think I've mucked that up. Did I want to do 1, 2, 3? No, because that would be on the torch. Oh, they can't be together. That's it. So I've mucked something up there. Let me respace these. It must be different to that. Let me try again. So we need, if we do it, 1 there, 2 spaces, 1 there, 2 spaces, 1 there, 2 spaces, 1 there. That's not going to work either. Okay, I'm going to have to figure this one out again. I did not give myself anywhere near enough space for that, so let's try and alternate them instead. That should grow them alright, I think. So if we do, let's put it in line with that. 1 there, and then we do 1 there. That means they'll go there, there, and there, and there, and there. That should be alright. And then we go 1 up, same thing, and 1 up, same thing. That gives me 4. Yeah, alright. 4's good. Don't know what I was thinking before. It's not 4. I want to double them up too, obviously. Get them a bit higher than that. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking before. I thought they'd fit a lot better than that, but I must have... You know how it is. You plant these things all the time, and you just sit there and you go like... Cocoa beans is one of the most annoying things to grow in my mind. It's just like, it's just not straightforward at all, and it's so annoying when you're doing it, just trying to space it out and plant it. I might eventually do an automatic one of some sort, but to be perfectly honest, I usually only grow cocoa beans for a couple of cycles, and then before I know it, I get over it, because I'm just like, well, what's left to do now? And that's it. So that is growing amazingly quickly. That's probably going to get really annoying. It's going to grow too quick for me to do anything about it. But anyway, I don't know if they regrow. Do they regrow? I don't know. Alright, we'll let that go. We'll see. Alright, next part. Okay, so we want dirt going down in these bits. And we're going to farm lots of carrots and potatoes. So I've done 1 patch for each, mainly because I like to do a lot. And plus, obviously, trading will be coming with all the villages and stuff. So, yeah, I want to be making sure I get those done nicely too. So, yeah. We're going to get that done. I'm also, obviously, again, I keep mentioning I'm going to decorate everywhere in the base and whatnot. I haven't come up with a plan for in here yet, but it's coming. I want to do the entrance area first, mainly because, again, I want to work in order of the base, so it's sort of like, yeah, just getting through bits and pieces gradually that way. But yeah, once we get that sorted, then that'll be fine. And then we'll get onto, yeah, to get the entrance done, then get in here done, in there done, and then work my way down, basically. So yeah, alright, plant this one out too. I don't have much to plant, actually, unfortunately, with the potatoes and the carrots, but that's okay. It's going to improve gradually. Before I know it, I'll get through it. I always find when I'm mining and stuff, this stuff just grows incredibly because I forget about it and then come back and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got way more than I expected suddenly. So yeah, that's alright. We'll get there with it, I think. Yeah. So, again, as you can see, I've set this whole area up for lots of farming to go on and whatnot. So that's good. That's pointless. And I've been trying to think of what else I might get to farm in here eventually. I can't think of much off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's one. Oh, that's right. I collected a couple of cactus in the desert as well. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to put those next too. Probably going to have to dig further that way, to be honest. Or that way, since I've already cut a little bit into the wall. Save myself 6 blocks to dig. Okay, just double checking everything. Okay, that doesn't appear to be growing. Oh no, yeah, no, the other one doesn't appear to be growing either. Alright, so these need to come off completely, and then we can start again. Yeah, so bamboo I find really irritating to grow in a normal farm setting. Like, usually I just do masses of it in one spot, and then worry about it later. So yeah, I'll probably get to doing that eventually. Alright, hoeing time, let's get this done. So yeah, as I said before, I've done a lot of setup on my base, and shield. I hate how the shield would do that. Yeah, done a lot of setup so that I can basically show you all this stuff on camera as quickly as possible without just sort of sitting here and mining away. As you probably know, the time it takes to just do all this digging out. I mean, digging in here, it was days of work as it was. I think I went through probably half a dozen pickaxes just to mine out these 2 square areas. So yeah, it's sort of, while I'm still sort of mostly on stone and iron, I'm really trying to avoid just chucking these sorts of jobs on the video because I just think it's just boring watching it. But yeah, I am on iron, fortunately. I have actually got quite a bit of iron. I did a bit of strip mining too while I was doing it, so that was good. Yeah, I knew I'd need that hoe. No, I want to do potatoes over this side. I don't know why, I've just had it in my head the whole time that I'm going to do potatoes over here, so it just seems wrong to change on that. But anyway, alright, there's potatoes, carrots over this one, and that's this room done for the moment, I think. I've set up all my farms. That bamboo is growing so fast. It's insane. Alright, and then we want to go over here, because like I said, we're going to be bringing our produce in here, our livestock. I'll leave those there, they'll be useful for growing that a bit quicker, hopefully. And let's see how we go here. Alright, so this one's probably going to be just an entrance one, but what I was thinking of is once I've got this done, I'm going to put a gate here and there. So you get them in here, close the gate, and then you gradually lead them through a series of gates to get them into each section, basically. That's my idea anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I'm going to have to get rid of that because that's going to mess that up. As you can see, again, these aren't big pens, but it's just basically just to keep them separated. Yeah, I mean, if you think of it as 1 animal per thing, that's what, 16 animals in there? Yeah, it's probably going to be tight. But anyway, if Peter comes by, I'll think about changing it. But yeah, I don't want to do chickens so much. I get annoyed with chickens a lot of the time. That being said, to create arrows early on, maybe. On the other side of things, what else have we got as an option? Yeah, so cows, sheep, definitely. Pigs, yes. Although pigs I'm a little bit less on. I've been wondering about pigs because, yes, food-wise, but it's about it. I don't really... But then that's the other thing too, I want to get other food sources going as well, so it's sort of a bit like, maybe not. So yeah, I don't know, I'll see how I go. It's all sort of, it's not a big deal in a lot of ways at the moment, it's just sort of get started and see what happens. So yeah, alright, I'm going to let them spread for a while and then I'll come back and dig this out and then we'll do the wood and whatnot and see how it goes. Now, those of you who are observant have probably seen this sitting here and thinking, what the hell is he doing with a chest in the middle of the room? Well, not the middle of the room, the middle of the wall. The reason I have that chest there is because I have a particular setup I do for, what do you call it, furnacing. And I want to show you that setup, and I'm going to set it up while you're watching just to show you what I do for it. I use this setup in pretty much every build that I do, basically because I hate the idea of setting up like massive furnace arrays and things like that. I don't ever make use of them in that way. It's the kind of thing where I like to have a furnace that I can just chunk a bunch of stuff in and let it run. The other thing is too, I can't help but use lava for cooking things. So it's always one of those things that I'm like really eager to have. Oh, I didn't get that down. Okay. I'm really eager to have, yeah, this kind of setup because it just means that I can just go and go and go and then come back and worry about it later. So what we've got here basically is our setup as we're going to need it. So the furnace is going to, let me just double check, that's going to be, furnace will be there. Only I need that access to that block underneath first. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll put the chests in first. So we're going to have a catching chest there, that's going to be the fuel chest, and then we're going to have, let me double check this, furnace there, but yep, okay, and that's going to be the input chest. So we have, before I do that again, let's get this hopper in. So we have the hopper going there, we have the furnace sitting there, we have hopper going in top, and then hopper on the side. So that will be our fuel going in, and that'll be the things that are going to be cooked. So as I mentioned, lava is what I like to use for this, and as it turns out, I'm fortunate that in my mine area I've got a bunch of lava sitting right there. So because I've got this, I'm going to use this lava source. I'm probably going to end up with about a dozen buckets by the end of this, but I just decided to start with a couple. I'm going to get 2 more going because I like big round numbers of 6. No, I'm getting 2 more going because I work on 3 buckets as my guide of what I'm putting in. So what I generally put in is I get 3 buckets, and for every 3 buckets I put in 500 ingredients to cook. Okay, so this could be stone for cooked stone, so cobblestone. So like I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just, sorry, not 500 ingredients. 5 stacks of ingredients, because 3 buckets. 1 bucket is 100 cooks or 100 furnace operations. So 5 stacks is roughly equivalent to that, and then that means that I can just not think about it and just chuck them in and know that I'll have the amount of stuff that I want done for that. So sand, I'm going to put a stack of sand in. I'm going to put 2 stacks of that in, so that's 3, 4, 5. So that's my 10 stacks to match my 6 buckets. That's why I grabbed the extra 2 buckets. So starting off, I'm going to put the sand in first, I'm going to put the stone in next, and then the cobblestone after that. And so we'll put this in, and we'll put this in, and that should do it. So let's just check. Cooking away on sand, bucket's gone in, so it's all working. 1 sand will be 1 glass, glass goes in, there we go. And that's the thing, that can then just run in the background for me, and I never need to worry about keeping an eye on it, because I know that it's going to be constantly running, and yeah, I just keep filling it up. So that's why I've got that there, basically. It's an odd spot to put it in some ways, but it's sort of like between my mine and up here and stuff. I don't know, it just felt right to have something sitting there, so that was nice and small and compact. So I got that there straight away. Okay, so that's probably going to be the end of this episode. Lots of things going on there. I'm gonna, catch you in next episode basically, and I'll show you a few more things that are going on around the base, a bit more downstairs and whatnot. We have a lot going on. Missed 1 lava bucket. And I'm looking forward to showing you what we've got, what else is going on. So hang in there, catch me next episode, and enjoy.